Today we are going to solve the problem maximize sum after k negations. So it is a difficult easy question. So the question is given an array of integers of size n and a number k. So we must solve or modify array ARR exactly k number of times. Here modify array means in each operation you can replace any array element either ARR of I by minus ARR of I or minus ARR of I by ARR of I. So you need to perform this operation in such a way that after k operations the sum of array must be maximum. So in the given input, let us take the first one. The number of values are 5 and the k is equals to 1 and the given array is 1, 2, minus 3, 4, 5. So the output was 15. So it is, so we have k equals to 1. So that is the explanation they give. So this is the expected time and space complexities. So we do not need to print anything. The driver code will only print the values. We just need to make the modification part and return the maximum sum. So let us take the first example. So in the first example, they give the array of elements 5. So the array is 1, 2, plus 3, 4, 5. And so let us try run the program. So this is the first input they give. So our approach will be going to be, so to make the maximum possible sum by making the modification of k times, we can make that we will get the maximum sum when we don't have any negative values, or else we will just flip the negative values into the positive values such that the maximum sum will be increased very drastically. So if we see in this array, minus 3 is the only one negative number. So we can flip the minus 3 into 3. And also if you observe, the number of modification are also given only 1. So in this one time, we will just flip the 3 into minus 3. So our process. So we will continuously do this, flipping the negative into positive number in the k times, and if the k are still remaining after converting all the negative numbers into positive numbers, then we will just flip the smallest possible value in the given array into the negative value so that it will not affect the maximum sum to much extent. So that is what we are going to do. So the first step is to efficiently convert the negative into positive. We will basically sort the array. So after sorting, the array is minus 3, 1, 2, 4, 5, and n is equals to 5, k is equals to 1. So after sorting, then we will do iteration, and by iterating we will flip the negative values into positive values k times. So for k times, now at first I will be equal to 0. So at I is equals to 0, it is minus 3. So we will convert into 3. So now the array will become 3, 1, 2, 4, 5. And also we done one modification. So the total possible modification will be decreased by 1. As they said, you can do only k times. So k is equals to 0. So we said only for k times. So the whole process is completed. At last, what is the array? It is 3, 1, 2, 4, 5. So after getting the array, after the second step, we will calculate the sum. So we take a sum equal to 0 and it will be added by iterating 3, 1, 2, 4, 5. So like that we are going to add each and every value. So after adding, we will get the sum as 15, and during this process only we will keep track of a minimum variable in which it stores the minimum value from this array. So the minimum value is 1. So we check if our k value is odd, then we will subtract the sum with the 2 into minimum value, because we will be converting to avoid the large impact. So k is odd, but in this case k is 0, so do nothing. So therefore the sum will be calculated as 15. So we sort the array for k times. We will turn the negative numbers into positive numbers. We will get an array. So we will calculate the sum. Simultaneously we will calculate the minimum value. So if k is odd, then we will subtract the sum with 2 into minimum value, because when we add a value to the sum, it will be added one time. But if we flip into negative, then it is removed and also it is subtracted. So 2 into minimum value. At last the resultant sum value is there. So if you compare with the sample output, so you can see the output is 15. So like that our code is going to be work. So let us convert the logic into the code. So we said we will be sorting the array. So there is a method called arrays.sort of a, and we will be flipping the values. So int I is equals to 0, I less than n, and also we said while k is greater than 0. So only we have to do the modification as k times only. So I plus plus. So for this many number of times, if the current a of I value is less than 0, then that means it is a negative value. So a of I is equals to minus a of I. So a of I is equals to minus a of I. So we did a modification. So decrement the k value. So like that. Now we will calculate the sum, which is a long value, because return type is a long value, and also keep track of the minimum element. The minimum will be by default the maximum possible value. So again for int num in array, sum plus equals to num, min is equals to number. So if we set the last step is if k modulo 2 not equal to 0, then sum will be subtracted from 2 into minimum value. So at last return the sum value. So you can see there is small error. So there is a mistake because the given array is also a long array. So we just need to declare the long value. So we can see the sample test case is passed. And the hidden test cases are also executing. So let us see. It is taking time. So they are executing. So we can see the hidden test cases are also passed. So now we will analyze the time and space complexities. So we can know that the arrest or sort method takes of big O of n log n time. This loop takes a maximum of n, and similarly these two variables takes big O of 1 space, and this loop again takes big O of n. This if loop takes a big O of 1. So finally the time will be the maximum number, which is n log n. And so spaces, we didn't use any extra dynamic space, just some variables. So we can say big O of 1 and big O of 1. So it is big O of 1. Now if you compare n log n and big O of 1, so they are matching. So this is the best possible way and also the easy to understand way to solve this particular program. So kindly go and practice this program. The program link is given in the description. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more videos.